All right. I'm so excited, you guys. Only 5 stitches left. It's crazy. All right, let's do it. Let's see what it is. Or 12. Oh, all right. Cross stitch, cross fill. Okay. It's a Monday and no one's really in the office. Oh, that's good, Maddie. Great. Nice. Okay. Let me do the little switch. Okay, cool. All right, cross stitch. Cool. I really like the cross stitch, and it's a little different than like cross stitching. I've never actually done cross stitching. My mother is really good at cross stitching. She's made us, my husband and I, she made us a really beautiful cross stitch piece commemorating our wedding, and she made them also for my sisters too. So, but the embroidered cross stitch is a little bit. You needed cross stitched weeks ago, Kathleen. Aw, sorry. I know. I thought maybe it would come up when I had all those linear stitches going on, but I guess not. All right, so here, oh wait, that's my chevron. Where's my cross stitch? Guys, why do I always have such trouble finding the stitches? Oh, here it is. Okay. So I did some little cross stitches in here, and then I did the cross fill in there, the bigger cross stitch here. It's really fun. I like to do the sewing method with the cross stitch because it's kind of like magically appears as you're sewing. It's so fun. And then here's Bonnie's. She did a little color change, which is challenging in that you have to kind of dissect the cross stitch, or not dissect it. What's that called? Like a deconstructed. It's a deconstructed salad. Here, this is her deconstructed cross stitch. So she's got different colors. Looks great. All right. So let's take a look and see. So you can see what we did there. You can change colors. You can use it as just a fill. On ours it's in this bottom corner here. So let me show you. I'm going to, and this is because it is just linear stitch, you can decide how many threads you want to use for the interest of being able to see it really well. I'm going to use 6 strands, and I'll use purple. Oh, yeah, this is 6. Okay. Uh-oh, you guys, my boss is calling me. Not my boss, my supervisor. I wonder why. I'll have to talk to her after. Okay. All right, so for the cross stitch, you could, if you want, you could draw 2 parallel lines, you could draw your X's. It just depends on, like how you want to do it. Like this. Or you can just have at it. So depends on how precise you're feeling that day. All right, so the way that you do this is you come up from the back, and you can work in any direction for this. Because I'm right-handed, I am going to work left to right. But you can do it in any direction that you want. You can even work straight, like vertically, if you want. It doesn't matter. You would just move your needle horizontally instead of up and down. So, okay, so I'm going to be moving my needle perpendicular, like in this angle, but it's going to lay down the thread diagonally. So I'm going to put my needle in at the bottom here, and then I'm going to come back up at the top. See, so I moved my needle at this 90-degree angle, but it laid down the thread at this 45-degree angle, or whatever angle that is, I don't know. Then you're going to do that again. Go down, come back up, and then go down, and come back up. Okay, Oops. And then to go back and make it now an X, you're just going to do the same thing. You're just going to fill it in. So I'm going to go down here and then come up right here. Oh, well, you know, if I was really paying attention, then this would be a little more even. Okay? Like that. So you could poke and pull this if you want, and you would just go in and out as you go along. But it's so fun doing it this way. Why would you miss out on this fun sewing method? And it just lays itself down. So then if you're going to do cross fill, then it's just this. You know, you just make a little cross. It's very similar to the ermine that we did yesterday. And, well, I unthreaded it. But anyway, I would just go across there. And you can do that the sewing method, or you can do it the poke and pull. Same as before. All right. Ooh, I'm so curious to know why my supervisor called me. She never calls. All right. Oh, hey, Nicole. We are doing cross stitch and cross fill. All right. See if I can get this on here. We have a wood stove, and I did not have it going this morning, and I was so cold. I had forgotten how lovely it is. It really keeps the house so warm. So I got it going again, and I've been sitting in front of it. I've had to work all morning. I've been writing on my computer all morning. I feel like it's like never ending. And it was so nice. I just sat there in front of the wood stove. It was so cozy. So I made sure that I turned on the heat. That finally gave you a regular bingo, Nicole. That's funny. I remember, luckily I remembered to come turn on the heat down here in the basement, because I think that if I had forgotten, if I had spent the whole morning sitting in front of the wood stove and then come down into the freezing basement, I don't think I would have been able to do it. I would have had to do the live from upstairs. Yeah, I think it took us a long time to get bingo too, Nicole, if that makes you feel any better. It took us, I think we just kind of recently got it. So it's all about just the stitching, right? I mean, a little bit about trying to win, but okay. So I'm going to do those with the 3 strands, and then I'm going to switch up to the 6 strands for the other part. My husband just left this morning for Chicago. He is going to be there for the week. He's there for a business thing, work thing. And you know, I like he's very neat and tidy, and I really appreciate that about him. And I really notice it when when he's not there. So let's see, this starts like that. I'm actually going to come up here. I'm going to extend this line into the words. So I noticed that the kitchen is like not as clean as it normally is when it's just me here, me and the kids. So Eric, if you're listening, I appreciate you. Appreciate you and your tidiness. I guess it could be the opposite. He could be a super messy person who will vacuum every day. I know. I really hit the jackpot. Eric really loves to vacuum. So I actually did vacuum today. I had to vacuum. I had to shovel the ash out of the wood stove this morning. So of course, I did not do it tidily. So I had to vacuum up all the ash that I spilled, and probably inhaled a ton too. But luckily we have our little Korean air filter, so I turned that on. It was not happy with me. It was I think I could definitely detect the ash in the air. It's going crazy. All right. So one thing that I do notice with this stitch is if you don't come up exactly where you went back in before, it will leave a tiny little gap there. Why is my hoop slipping today? So just something to be mindful of. If you care, if you don't, then don't worry about it. Your husband loves to cook. Oh my gosh, Maddie, you're so lucky. My husband likes to cook too, but he doesn't that much. He does cook on Tuesdays, which is really helpful because my Tuesdays are really busy. And we try to cook together on the weekends, but it doesn't always happen. There we go. You wouldn't. Yeah, I know. Well, Maddie, I bet you would survive without him, but it wouldn't be as nice. We women are pretty awesome. We can do pretty much anything, I think. All right, I'm going to add some little pink ones up here. They can hang out with those feather stitches whenever we pull feather. I don't know when we're going to pull feather. Maddie, Simon's husband loves to eat. And he's on a diet, poor guy. The grid on this is really great for cross stitch if you feel like following it. It's a good setup for it. You love to eat, Maddie. That's awesome. I'm going to try following this line. So my cross stitches are going to probably be a little bit differently sized, but that's cool. Something different. If you're going to do it without drawing any lines, what you just want to do, if you want your stitches to be the same size, if you don't, then you don't have to do this, but you're just going to want to make sure that these diagonal lines that you're making are spaced evenly. Well, as evenly as you can get them. Depending on how precise you're feeling that day, how ish you are. So, Maddie, did you know that he liked to cook when you started, like when you decided to marry him? Was that one of the deciding factors? Because I have to admit, the fact that my husband is tidy was one of the things I was like, well, that's it's not a bad quality. Yes, smart lady. Smart lady. That's great. Luckily, my husband likes to eat, and he does like my food. I try to cook a lot of Korean food because I really like it, and luckily he likes that. He loves a tidy house too. Yeah, I think you got the jackpot. That's great. All right, come down. Ooh, sorry guys, I think I was like holding it way out of the way. Okay, this is fun. I have to say, I've never done cross stitches where they're all wacky out of different sizes. This is gonna be fun. Although I have to really concentrate. You guys aren't gonna be able to listen to me ramble on and on that much. This is cool. All right, you know what? I'm going to finish this up and post it in stories so you guys can see the finished one in stories. All right. Have a good day, everybody. Happy stitching. See you tomorrow.